Hello young learners, how are you all? Do you know that out of the total energy which is produced worldwide, 20% of it comes from hydropower? Well, Canada is number 1 in extracting its electricity from water. US uses about 10%, New Zealand about 75%, and Norway utilizes 99% of its energy coming from water. Well, India is 5th in rank. With a population of well over billions of people and a fast-growing economy, our energy demands and utilization of the energy is expected to get doubled over the next decade. In total, India has got about 197 hydropower stations with a capacity of more than 25 megawatt and 9 pumped storage stations. Out of these 197 hydropower stations, the Tiri hydropower station, which is built on Bhagirathi river in Uttarakhand, has got the maximum capacity of energy generation, about 2400 megawatt. Well, this project started in the year 1987 and got commissioned in 2006 with technical collaboration with USSR. On the other hand, the oldest hydropower station in India is the Sidrapong hydropower station, which is situated in Darjeeling district in West Bengal with a total capacity of 130 kilowatt. This project got commissioned in the year 1897. Well, when the idea of construction of hydropower station comes up, there are so many issues attached to it. A construction of a hydropower station would definitely require so much of area to be cleaned, so much of deforestation taking place, lands to be cleared. So a lot of people need to be dislocated, displaced from their own, land, so which they do not want. So there is protest by the people, not to construct a hydropower station. But once it is constructed, then it ends up giving us lots of energy for years and years. To give you one example, the Bhakra Nangal hydropower station is about now 40 years old and still continues to give us energy. So if you calculate the amount of energy with respect to the amount of money that we have invested in the initial installation, so the cost of one unit comes out to be so cheap, and that's why we say that hydropower is the most cheapest, efficient and the most cleanest renewable source of energy. In fact, in this tutorial today, we are going to touch upon the construction, the working, some of the advantages and few disadvantages that are attached to the hydropower. So I'm sure this tutorial will be really very informative to you. So let's move on. Now first let's learn about what is the construction of a hydropower station. What you see here on the screen is a layout of a hydropower station. Now in this, generally the water is stored at a certain height. It is stored in a reservoir. So you all know that whenever an object or any body or for that matter any liquid is held at a certain height, what type of energy does it possess? Yes, potential energy. So when this water is raised to a certain height, it now has potential energy. Then water is allowed to fall from this height. Now when water starts falling, this potential energy which was earlier possessed by water now will get converted into kinetic energy. So what is happening here is potential energy is now getting converted into kinetic energy because it is flowing right now. Down below, what you see here is a turbine. Now a turbine has got fans, and the fans of the turbine starts to move. And why does it move? Precisely because of the kinetic energy of the water. This energy from the water actually forces the turbine to move. Now the turbine starts rotating, and this moving turbine actually has mechanical energy because something is mechanically moving, so it has mechanical energy. And now then we have the generator or the dynamo which converts this mechanical movement into the electricity. Now how the generator converts mechanical energy into electricity is something that you're going to learn in your next chapters. So as of now we will leave it here. Please remember that it is the generator which converts this mechanical energy into electricity. So what kind of energy transformation have we seen? We have seen that when the water was held at a certain height, it had potential energy. When we let it flow from this particular height, then all the potential energy is now slowly getting converted into kinetic energy. This kinetic energy forces the turbine to move, And what is happening here is this mechanical energy of the turbine is further getting converted into electricity. So the entire energy transformation in case of a hydropower station is potential to kinetic, mechanical, and then we have the electricity produced. So this is how electricity is generated by using water. So this is the actual hydropower station. This is how a hydropower station looks like. So the blue color rods that you see here, those are the pens through which the water is allowed to fall down. And down below what you see here is actually the powerhouse where the electricity is generated. So this is how a hydropower station looks like. Now let's talk about some of the advantages of hydropower station. Well, I'm sure that before I could tell you some of the points, you must have already gathered few points just by knowing the construction of a hydropower station. Well, the first point is it's a renewable source of energy. You can renew, you can generate it again and again as long as you have water, and it is such an efficient source of energy. It only requires an initial installation cost, but thereafter there is no recurring cost which is attached to it. So it is very, very efficient. It also is a good means of flood control. You can control the amount of water, you can release whatever amount of water you want to, and this way you can actually have a very good flood control. Now, once a hydropower station is set up, it continues to give you energy for years and years. For example, we already talked about the Bhakra Nangal Dam, which is now 40 years old and still continue to give us large amount of energy. It is a low cost energy, we already discussed. There is no harmful emission of gases as in the case of burning of the fossil fuel, the natural gas, the petroleum, and the coal and the diesel. So when you burn all those non-renewable source of energy, you were getting a lot of harmful gases, air pollution was taking place. But now when you talk about hydropower, there is no emission of harmful gases. After you have generated the electricity, now the water is free to go. So this water is actually collected and it is made to be stagnant, and in which the fishing activities can take place. So this water can also be used for fishing, and the same water can also be recycled back in order to generate more amount of energy. So fishing activities also can take place. Now let's also talk about some of the limitations of hydropower stations. Yes, there are certain disadvantages which are attached to hydropower station. Now, the first is hydropower station can only be constructed at a very, very limited places. Why so? Because it requires a lot of people to get displaced from their original places, a lot of land to be cleared, a lot of deforestation can take place, because any construction of a hydropower station would require large area of land is required. So that's why if you see that generally these hydropower stations are built on hilly areas, any mountainous terrains where not so many people are residing, and it would require very few people to be displaced from their own places. When the construction of hydropower plant is going on, there is a lot of pollution. For example, the air pollution can take place, a lot of dust, a lot of debris, stones. So that way, yes, some amount of air pollution is definitely there. It disrupts the ecosystem. Why do I say that? Is because, see, the marine life gets disturbed, the forest may be cut down in order to provide large amount of area. If you know that there are some migratory birds which travel thousands and thousands of miles from the other countries, so even when deforestation takes place, when the land is getting cleared for the hydropower station, what happens is that these migratory birds also get disturbed. So it definitely does disturb the ecosystem. There is always a danger of collapse, there is always a danger of some kinds of accidents taking place. And of course, it is very expensive to build. There is huge installation cost which is attached to it, and in between some maintenance cost. So these are the various disadvantages of electricity generation using water. But nowadays, all these disadvantages that we have considered, whenever any idea of, whenever any construction of hydropower station starts, and much prior to that, we do think about all these disadvantages and we try to minimize them as much as possible, because hydropower is the most efficient, most clean source of energy, and it is a renewable source of energy. Today, almost the entire world is exploring how to harness more and more amount of renewable source of energy. So I'm sure you must have understood what is hydropower and why should we actually harness the hydropower more than any other non-renewable source of energy. The advantages and various disadvantages I'm sure must have been clear to you. In case you have any doubts about this, you can please put it up in the comment section. So that's all for today. In the next class, we are going to talk about another renewable source of energy, which is the wind power. So thank you so much.